What's up, guys? So, yeah, I'm doing one of those annoying ass thank you videos for reaching 150 subs. Clearly, if you saw the title, you know what you're getting into. But in all seriousness, thank you. It does mean a lot. I wanted to kind of put something out because I'm right in the middle of working on a couple different videos and doing the whole Fear series. So I'm not going to get a traditional, weird topical review that I normally have out like every week but I'm still going to be hitting the in between 2 weeks. So I try to give myself at least 2 weeks for video, but thankfully I've been able to put them out in like a week's time frame. This is all off the cuff. None of this is scripted or anything like that. I just wanted to come right out and say thank you. I missed the 100 sub special, and by the time I hit 100 sub, it almost immediately jumped to 120, and I was like, fuck, I'll wait till 150. But really, I missed the most important one. That was the 69. I remember I hit 69, and I was like, fuck yeah, I think I'd even captured it on my phone, and then like a minute later, I'd hit 70, like 1 or 72. I'm like, fuck. Because that was the one I was going to do the big subscriber special on. I'm not going to lie, we're coming up on almost a year now. In a couple of months, 2 months actually, we'll be hitting a year of doing content consistently for. It's crazy to think that I've been able to keep up with something like that. Most of the time in my life, I usually have not necessarily quit, but just kind of found interest in other things after a couple of months or whatever. But I've been enjoying the fuck out of making these videos, and I've met a lot of really cool people in the process of doing these videos. Too many to name, really, but you guys know who you are. The people that I chat with consistently, whether that be on Twitter, here on YouTube, on Guilded, on Steam. If you've got me on Steam, I'm pretty sure I've got my Steam account on here, but if I don't, it's pretty easy to find. So it's pretty cool, and I really want to take the time to thank everyone for watching the videos, liking, commenting, even talking shit. It's always pretty funny too. I won't lie. Anytime I get some fucking comment like that, it fucking hits me right in the chest and in the gut. But then I remind myself that we've all got our own fucking opinions, and it's all good. It's funny, like, so I genuinely enjoy any of the feedback I've gotten, whether it's positive, negative, whatever the case is. It's been a crazy ride so far, and we're at, as of right now, last I checked, I go up and down with subs, but I'm at 154. So this will come out when I normally release my video. So there's gonna be no special video this week, but next week I'll be kind of caught up with what I'm doing with the Fear series and everything, that I'll be able to keep consistently going there. So technically, I know this whole video is just fucking rambles, but I wanted to, as you can see, I'm sitting on the couch because I'm about to watch more Fear and shoot a couple more videos with that. I do want to address the three probably most popular videos on my channel at the most, and kind of give updates on what I'm doing with those. So the first one would be the Rika Nanase video, and that's the one that really kind of got a lot of people to even come on the channel, and a lot of positive feedback with that, which I'm very, very grateful for. That was one of the more when I was still kind of first starting off and trying to figure out how I was going to go about discussing some of these different people, because Rika Nanase, she was an actress. I mean, what I primarily know is for actress in like Super Sentai. I've got my Kamen Rider and my Super Sentai manga here, but she's also very well known for her porn, and I was trying to figure out how to really talk about that while still kind of not like making it just strictly just, oh, we're gonna fucking show all of her porn videos and have one of those type of YouTube channels. I still wanted to add something to it. Like, I don't just create a video for the sake of, oh, well, there's tits, I mean, I joke about it for sure, and the tits are nice, but I want to try to have something to fucking say or anything. And with her, I didn't feel like, I mean, really, you go on YouTube, there's still not a whole lot of people that really truly try to look at the woman's life and career. And I mean, for good reason. A lot of it's not easily available, but I think that it's just so taboo to a lot of people that they just kind of like, oh yeah, oh she was she was an AV idol. Ooh, it's like, come on, man. We're all fucking adults. You don't gotta act like a middle school kid the first time he saw a fucking boob. And I'm not gonna say that that's what it's like with a lot of the Super Sentai community, because it's not. There's a lot of really cool people in like the Toku communities. And I'm not here to bury the Toku communities by any stretch of imagination. I'm a part of them for sure. But I do feel like a lot of them are very prudish. Most of the ones I've talked to are pretty chill, but there's a lot of them. I won't name names, but there's a lot of them that are very prudish and are afraid to talk about certain topics because they're afraid they'll not sound PC enough, or they'll sound whatever the case is. And for me, I've never really had an issue with just fucking talking about my opinions on something. So with Riken and Ase, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna talk about. I genuinely believe Car Ranger is one of the best Super Sentais you can watch after you've watched a couple seasons, because it's basically a parody. And she fucking kills it as fucking Zonette. But I think a lot of people are afraid to touch on that aspect because they're afraid of looking like a fucking mega perv or whatever. And it's like, I have to question a lot of those people just in general, because it's like, okay, if you're so afraid of people looking at you like that, then to me, that tells me that you're hiding something. Like that, to me, that sends that they're probably way more closety pervy than a lot of other people are. You know, I figure if you're more open to talk about shit, I mean, within reason, of course. You know, no one wants to deal with everyone else's fucking baggage, whether that be physically, emotionally, or sexually, or whatever the case is. But, you know, within reason, of course. But, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are just afraid of having that label put on them. I mean, I just kind of said, fuck it. I've been called a lot of things in 2020. Not all good either. Not necessarily on my channel either, but you know, it is what it is. So, what I'm getting at update-wise with that is I've actually got a couple of emails from people and in the comments of Riken and Ase when I'm going to be doing a Kei Mizutani video. And that's why I wanted to address this here, because it is planned, right? Now, I want to give a shout out to Norman real quick. He helped me find a couple of informational pieces about her and everything. Now, here's the reason why that's not out yet. And it's been a while since the Naoto Oikawa one. The main reason why is she's not strictly an AV idol, right? So the trilogy I did were the ones that were AV idols. Now, you can look at, what's that called? Opera Ranger? I can't remember what's the... It's the one where it's like another parody one where they did hire another AV actress. But that's not really Super Sentai, but it kind of is. It's a weird area, but I'll talk about that when I get to the Kei Mizutani video. But anyway, Kei Mizutani isn't a traditional AV idol. She did like pink films and stuff like that, so like more like softcore porn type deal. She was also a gravure model, so she did a lot of like nude posing and stuff like that. But that's not the main reason why I haven't done the video yet. That's all fine. Like, I can still do a story and actually do a documentary about her and kind of delve into a lot of information. Because out of all the AV idols, next to Naoto Oikawa, there's a lot of information about Kei Mizutani available, and she's available on different social media platforms. The real reason I haven't finished Ginga Man yet. And with all these Super Sentai videos I do, I watch everything that I do. And that way I can give a constructive viewpoint, some sort of anchor in whatever I talk about. So I did the Sonic video a couple of weeks back just because I love Sonic Adventure 2 and I remembered hearing about the Green Eyes thing. I'm not going to do a video on something that I don't have some sort of frame of reference for. With Kei Mizutani, aside from Ginga Man, I've never seen her work in anything else. So I was originally going to watch that around Christmas time, and then I had some family stuff come up and it kind of threw my whole life into freaking chaos for a couple of months. But now I'm gonna watch it. That way I can give an honest opinion about it and give an honest opinion about her and have a frame of reference for Kei Mizutani. So we're gonna do that. It's just, you're gonna have to give me a couple of months. And with Kei Mizutani, I'm probably gonna do, what's her name? Tameo Sato, I think. She was O-Pink in O-Ranger. She was another one that's very similar to Kei Mizutani, where she did like gravure pics and pink films and stuff like that. So we're going to do her eventually too. And there's a couple other people, but Kei Mizutani is the next one I do plan on doing because a lot of people have talked about it. And originally that was going to be my 100 subscriber special, but I didn't get... I let everyone down with that. I couldn't pull it off. So that's on me when it comes to that. So it's coming. It's just you might have to wait a little bit on it, unfortunately. Now, the other two videos I want to touch on were the monkey video and then my X-Files video, which is funny. I'll start with the X-Files one. I put that one out because I really like looking at various anomalies in entertainment. So, right now I'm doing my series on fear because I genuinely think out of all the crazy shit MTV's done, it's really the one that I feel has the most substance to it. I know it's fucking reality TV, but I also unironically enjoyed Flavor of Love, so I don't have a great opinion. You shouldn't be basing your life choices and opinions on shit that I say. I'll put it out that way. I like looking at various weird anomalies when it comes to TV, movies, stuff like that. And when I put the X-Files video out, I don't think there was really any traction at all on it. Pretty much no one had seen the video, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll still occasionally do stuff. Like I did the weird crossover with Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles video, and because I really like doing shit like that. But I didn't put it as a priority because it wasn't getting watched. And I was like, I don't really want to put stuff out there that people aren't going to watch either. Of course, I put what I want to do as the main thing. And if I can get a good reason, I don't just do shit to do shit. But at the same time, I try to put in perspective, okay, well, no one really wants to watch it. So I'll just kind of focus more on the porn stars and the documentary stuff because I still enjoy doing that a lot too. And I'll kind of put these other ones to the back burner. Well, randomly, I don't know what happened, but just all of a sudden one day, I woke up and I had 1,000 views on the video. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I was genuinely taken back. It turns out, I guess X-Files got put on Netflix or something like that. And a lot of people were searching it. So I was able to hit the algorithm there, which is cool. And I've gotten a crap ton of positive feedback for that video, and that's kind of what inspired me to take a look at Fear. And not necessarily because I'm expecting the same algorithm hit. It's just I really like looking into weird ass because of X-Files and Cops. Out of all the fucking things you could do a crossover with, that's the one that they settled on, and it works so well. So you look at something like Fear, where they mix reality TV bullshit with possession and fucking ghosts. And if you haven't watched it, you don't have to watch my reviews. This is gonna sound crazy, but you don't have to watch my fucking reviews of it right away. If you don't feel like watching those, at least watch the show. You can watch the entire series on YouTube right now. And I think I've actually linked where I've watched these places in my channel below. So you can go right now. If anything else, go watch those and form your own opinion. Because I would love for more people to remember the show rather than it just be lost to time that it kind of is right now. But that's because that X-Files video did so well. That's kind of what led me to this one. And I would love to do more videos like that. But with that, I'll actually kind of need more help from people. I want to find the really obscure, really fucking weird shit. So if you've got anything else or know of anything like that I could watch, like Starballs was a good example. Shout out to Lars for that one. And Lars was able to help me find more information on the Evangelion stuff. That was crazy. Because again, I'm gonna just put that out there. You shouldn't be watching stuff with underage people in it. I don't know if I need to be any more clearer with that, but what made the Evangelion series interesting, though, was all of the stuff around that, because there's the Japanese doujinshi community that was going on around the time, and there was a lot of speculation that the creator of Evangelion and the Gainax itself had actually produced that. And to me, that was such an interesting story, because Evangelion is a very polarizing fucking anime, just in and of itself. If you've never watched it, you should take the time to watch that too. And if you look into Gainax, because I'm actually planning a series of videos going over the history of Gainax, because it's fucking nuts. They're just a couple of otakus that created a fucking anime story. I'm sorry, an anime company, and when the anime company was going so well, they decided to start fucking making licensed pornographic material for all their fucking stuff. So there was a lot of rumors for a long time that Gainax had actually sanctioned this and produced it but ended up pulling it from the market before it released, which it's not necessarily why would they do it, because for money, obviously. That's why they would fucking do it. But how did it get so far into production, and if it was Gainax that made it, why did they pull it at the last second? Well, if you watch the video, you'll know that I personally don't think Gainax had anything to do with it, and if it was Gainax, it was individuals that were in the company itself and had nothing to do with the series creator or anything like that. So, but again, with that video, I got a lot of positive feedback as well too, because like me, I was always curious as to why the fuck this thing exists in such a high quality. And because of that video, I was able to find out about the Konami stuff and how Konami actually affected a lot of copyright laws in Japan because of Tokimeki Memorial. And it's through that, because of the various doujinshi circles, everything. It's very fascinating looking into a lot of that and the law aspect. So yeah, when I look into weird anomalies, that's why, like, is it's very fascinating. That was a huge fucking tangent. I don't know if I'm gonna cut all that from the video, but the X-Files one, I want to do more stuff like that. I just need to find something that I can, again, it's all frame of reference, right? If I watch it and I'm interested in it and I can do something with it, then I'll make a video about it. If I can't, I won't. Because I'm not going to force myself to, make up an opinion on something that I don't actually hold or anything like that. Because then I would feel like I'm being just like untruthful and not, even if I have a bad take on something, I'm at least being honest rather than being disingenuous. Because for me personally, I would rather someone tell me the exact opposite opinion, but I know that they're being honest, right? Like, everyone's always up in arms. There's that one shitty politician that was talking to everyone like, oh, I'm a big free speech advocate. Whatever you say may not, that's your choice to say. And then he turns out like he was like the exact opposite. I can't remember what the fucking guy's name was. He was like the exact opposite. The minute his campaign didn't work out or he got into office or whatever, he fucking immediately 180 degree that. I'm not going to go that far and say that. I mean, I am, but I'm not going to go that far and say that. I'm just going to say I would rather know someone's got a shitty take on something, that they're being honest, because I feel like that's better than somebody pretending to have similar viewpoints and agree points and stuff like that. But then they're like a two-face where behind you, they're saying the complete opposite things. That's ratty and that's shifty. And I don't fuck with that. Like, be straight up. I mean, you may not like it, but that's better than fucking pretending to be something. But I digress. So that's why you'll only see me do stuff that or talk about stuff that I really want to talk about. So I've got more stuff planned for that. It's just I've got to figure out what and how and all that stuff. So anyway, the last one is the monkeys video, which that one is so surprising. You might hear some sizzling going on. I'm cooking. You can see my Foreman grill back over there. I'm making brats right now. So the shitty part is I forgot to buy buns. Oh, shout out to Retro. I did buy that fake meat stuff. I'm going to cook it just sometime this week. I just haven't had time to. But if you hear the sizzling, it's 'cause the monkeys video, that was such a surprise that took off. I was not fucking expecting that to get, I think it's sitting at like 1,000 something odd views right now. And that actually blew my mind, because I literally did it because, if I'm remembering correctly, that was around the time of the Mariko Kawana video, the part 3, where I got blocked by her on Twitter. Because that was originally my plan, was to center that whole thing around that, the video and whatnot. And then when that happened, and then the video turned out to be really fucking stupid, just her reading in a book for like an hour and a half, I was like, well, I gotta fucking do something. Because I was planning on just letting it ride and just being like, you know what, fuck it. Because I got kind of depressed, because I was like, oh man, like, I had this great idea for a whole Halloween special, and I was still pretty new at the whole YouTube shit at that point as well. I mean, I still am. I haven't even been a year yet. On this channel, I haven't been on this channel more than a year yet. But, so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let one setback fucking destroy all my momentum. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about monkeys, because I fucking love monkeys. And it happened because I was watching that old ass Cinemassacre video. where he opened the fucking magazine. There was that thing, and when I started digging into it more, I was like, "What the fuck?" They're all these fucking monkeys, and you can see my face. I love talking about monkeys. They're just so fucking crazy. My dog has a bunch of monkey toys. I don't know. They're just funny. You can watch monkeys, and they're just doing their fucking thing all the time. They crack me up. I guess my favorite animal would be monkeys. I also really like hyenas, and I don't like a lot of birds, but I do like vultures. You know, obviously from my fucking my little channel mascot. And I think I had to flip my brats. I think the coolest thing about the monkeys one was I went into that expecting people to be like, what the fuck? Like, this motherfucker talking about monkeys and shit. And I got a lot of people that were commenting this, like, oh, they fucking loved monkeys, or they had their own monkey stories to tell. And I think that was my favorite part, was that, because I would see fucking that there's a new comment on that video every time, and I would get anxious and be like, oh fuck, this is the one where I fucked up the monkey, like, the information, you know. But it never happened. Like, everyone was, you know, really positive, and they were like, they were just telling me their monkey stories. Now, okay, and here's the thing, with the internet, you never know if it's going to be true or not, right? So I take everything said on the internet with a grain of salt, whether that be someone's fucking opinion on something or whatever, because, you know, you got to make your own choices in life, and that's fucking life 101, right? But the other one is, you know, these monkey stories, which, if you get a chance, go check some of them out. They're on that video, and they're in the comment section. There's a lot of cool people that I was talking to telling me stories about that time. Now, I'm not saying these people are liars by any stretch of the imagination, but again, it being the internet, who knows if any of these stories are all true. But it was cool having people discuss their stories, and I enjoyed reading the fuck out of them. I was actually thinking about doing a video where I just went through and read some of these stories, but I decided not to. I mean, the comments are there. You can always go read them yourself, and now that you know about it here, you can always go back and look at it. A follow-up to that video, I have kicked around a couple ideas, but I just don't know what the fuck to do a follow-up with that one with. Like, I thought about maybe looking at more monkey ads, but, like, there's not that many more. And in terms of new information, there really isn't a whole lot yet. I've got a couple of leads that I found based off of looking into, like, pet alligators and shit like that, but nothing concrete. I actually thought about doing the old, really fucking racist alligator fucking ads with like the little black kids and alligators, and I'm like, that's fucked up. I thought about doing that because I know it would probably fucking freak a lot of people out, but because there's a lot of good information where it comes to telling that story, but I was just like, I don't know, man. Like, because the thing is, I don't feel like making a video about that. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because naturally, I'm kind of a jokey type of person. I just feel like there would be so many fucking people that would get offended by me making a video about that and trying to make light of something that happened, you know, 60 years ago in some cases. So we'll see. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that one yet. Another one I could do, they used to sell like Thompson machine guns and shit like that in the ads. Again, that would be interesting, but I mean, really, it's just, there's machine gun ads. I'd have to find some sort of angle that would make it interesting to talk about. And, well, interesting and factual. I don't want to fucking be coming out here putting bad information out either. Like, I could easily make a video that's bullshitty and say, like, oh, because of the Thompson ads, machine gun ads, that's the reason we have so many fatalities today. It's the systemic epidemic of people who saw these ads when they were kids, and now, because of this, psychologically, they were imprinting it on their children, who imprinted on their children, and now fucking everyone's shooting each other. And it's like, that's intellectually dishonest and fucking stupid. Yeah, I have a lot of different ideas, a lot of different stuff we're going to be doing. And it's been a fuck ton of fun. I can't stress that enough. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fucking work looking up topics, editing, shooting, and sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, it can be frustrating as fuck when it's like down to the deadline, because I've been making myself put these videos out every week, or every 2 weeks at the most, and on a strict time frame and getting it done. And it can be frustrating from time to time. So, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. One thing a lot of people don't know, a couple people know, shout out to my buddy Jag. He's known probably the longest out of everybody here. But I actually did have a channel before, which I'll link below. If you want to go check it out, you're more than welcome to. I don't use it anymore, but... Okay, so I've actually been on YouTube since 2010, maybe 2009. I can't remember how old my old YouTube channel was. I've actually had 3 different channels. There's my personal one, which I have still up, which a lot of people don't know about except for my buddy Jag. Which, again, I'm going to link that below. That'll be your guys' special gift for watching all this. If you want to see some of my old shit. I used to talk about free speech and cryptocurrencies and shit like that. It's because I'm actually very passionate about stuff like that when it comes to blockchain bullshit. Again, here's the thing. With that, though, just because it's a hot topic now, don't start fucking throwing your money in. I know it's going to be fucking counter to everything else people are going to be telling you to do right now. Go buy Dogecoin. If you want to, go do that. I don't own Dogecoin. None of this is fucking financial advice. But before you put any money into anything in life, I don't care if it's cryptocurrencies or stocks or a fucking buying a house, do your fucking homework. Do some fucking research. I know it takes time. It's boring as fuck. It's not sexy. It's not fucking sexy in the slightest. You know? It's not... Rika Nanase as Zonette in a fucking swimsuit. It's not, but you need to do it because it's your fucking money, and it would be a travesty to lose all your fucking money on some fucking asshole's tip. That's just my opinion. But if you don't want to see that, I've got that old channel up. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it again. Technically, it has like. It's like verified and all that shit, but that's because I've had it since 2009. There's some videos on there from when I was like a really young kid. And I believe that was back when I used to stream as well, because I used to stream quite a bit back in the day. Most people don't know, except for people I talk to, because for some reason I always seem to fucking bring it up. I used to be in the Army, so now everyone fucking knows. And I streamed a lot when I was in the Army, and then I deployed. And I started streaming because I was going through a rough time. I needed an outlet. And then I deployed and came back, and I just never, like, felt the same after that. I also had dealt with a couple of fucking really weird people. There was one person that literally sent me a message of them barking, like, hundreds of messages. And then another person telling me that they knew where I lived, and then they told me what barracks I lived at, and it was probably someone was trolling for my unit. But the thing with that, a lot of people in my unit didn't know that I was streaming, so I just kind of got done with it. I was done. So maybe I'll stream again someday in the future. Probably not. I'm just gonna throw it out there. More than likely not. If the channel makes it to 1,000 subs, maybe I'll do a live stream on here, just fucking chatting with people. But that's a long fucking road ahead. That's what I'm going to shoot for in the next, like, 2 years is 1,000 subs. So I've had 2 different channels, other channels. So aside from that one's Holy Nick. That's my moniker on the internet is Holy Hitman. So if you ever see that, that's me. Or Holy Nick, that's me. I did also have another channel. So with the Twitch stuff, I tried doing a couple video game reviews. That's why you don't see a lot of stuff like that on here. I don't like to just do video game reviews. I like video games. It's a hobby of mine for sure. But I still play a lot of video games. It's just I'm doing so many other things. I don't focus all my attention on them right now. So that's that. But at one point in time, and I actually do have a gaming channel where I did a couple, I think like 2 reviews. Maybe 3, I can't remember. I'll link that below, and that was with this old PS1 game called One and Shaq Fu. The videos are fucking cringe as hell. They are fucking terrible. But funny enough, with the Shaq Fu one, you can kind of see the seeds of what kind of videos I'm making now in that old video. in just kind of the way I present certain aspects. But again, it's super cringe. I had a rivalry with Game Theory back then because he said Mega Man 8 was trash. And whoever... Oh, no, he said that... Or he implied... My apologies. He implied that if Mega Man 8 was your favorite Mega Man game, there was something wrong with you. And I was like... Fuck you, you gatekeeping piece of shit. Like, Mega Man 8's my favorite fucking Mega Man game. I know, you can make fun of me all you fucking want, but Mega Man 8 was the first of the original Mega Man games I had ever played. I grew up on the X series. I'm sorry, you know, fucking throw stones at me. I'm such a piece of shit. That's fine, I am, 100%. I didn't play the original Mega Man games until way after I had fell in love with the X series and played Mega Man 8, so... 8 to me nostalgically is my favorite, and it's still my favorite. I don't fucking care what anybody says. I'll link that below too if you guys want to watch that as well, and you want to cringe pretty hard because it's pretty fucking embarrassing. But it's funny. Now, there's a video that I'm going to do on here eventually, and it's what actually broke me from that. Now, back then, I was drinking and smoking, and I'm a very different person from when I was back then, but I quit when I was going to do a review of Earthworm Jim 3D. I'm still going to, and I'm going to do it on this channel. I'm just going to take it on a different approach. That's coming eventually. Just when I just don't want to play that game. It's so fucking bad. Like, I'm sorry. If you like Earthworm Jim 3D, I need to understand why. I fucking hate that game so much. I would honestly rather play Bubsy 3D. I'm not even fucking kidding. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm being sincere. I had more fun playing that piece of shit than I had Earthworm Jim 3D. I don't think that there's anything... Okay, it's been some years since I played it. I'm going to save it for my little review. More so I'm going to be looking at how it got made and why it got made and what all happened with that and the Doug TenNapel stuff and everything. But I feel like it doesn't... I feel like it's if someone who heard about Earthworm Jim wanted to make an Earthworm Jim game, but didn't actually know anything about Earthworm Jim. It was like the Birds of Prey of video games. If you like Birds of Prey, that's great. I haven't fucking seen it. I've just heard people say it has nothing to do with any of the original comic book characters. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't fucking say for sure. But that's my thought process of Earthworm Jim 3D. I fucking hate that game. The boss battles are fucking stupid. They're so stupid, and they don't fucking work correctly, but... I'll talk about that some other time. So, anyway, this is just me off the cuffing, talking about random shit. And thank you for watching my videos, liking, subscribing, commenting. Even if you've had opposite opinions, I know there's people that I've talked to that don't agree with some of the things that I've said, and that's fine. I think that's cool. One, it's, you know, the engagement. That's fucking awesome that they would even take the time to say that there was one comment that said I was the pickle juice of YouTubers. I don't even know if that's a positive thing or a negative thing, but just to be something is nice enough for me. My goal now by June is to be at 200 subs. I don't know if that's doable yet, but I'm gonna fucking try. So my goal for the next year is to at least... you know what? I'll say my goal for June of 2022 is to be at 200 subs. Keep it simple, right? My goal in the next 2 to 3 years is to hit 1,000 subs. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to head out because I got to eat lunch because my fucking brats are probably burning right now. And I really want to shoot a couple of these videos before I go to the gym. So keep things light and rebellious. I'll catch you guys in the next video.